Okay, so welcome to the library webinar. My name's Ruth. I work at the library, and today we're going to explore the library's guide to online resources and support, including LinkedIn Learning. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we meet on today, the Awabakal people, and of all lands that others are joining us from today. I pay my respects to the wisdom of elders past, present, and emerging. Okay, so first of all, I have to apologise. There's been a name change. So the poor webinar organisers were unaware that the name changed after the webinar promotions material had been finalised. So instead of online resources and support, the name of the library guide is now digital capabilities, just to make things nice and confusing. Okay, so what is the guide? When I was at uni, I was expected to know things like how to format a Word document, how to present content for an assessment, and even how to remotely borrow a book. And sometimes I didn't know how to do those things. I would have loved a one-stop shop that showed me not only how to perform those tasks, but also how to learn more about them and where to go to for help. So the library has created the Digital Capabilities Guide to help you with capabilities that you might be expected to have, but don't have yet. Okay, so this is what you're going to learn in the webinar today. I'm going to walk you through finding and navigating the guide, and then we're going to look at the LinkedIn Learning page on the guide to see how to access and navigate LinkedIn Learning. Okay, so let's go live to the library website. I'm just going to stop sharing so I can find my browser. Apologies, everybody. Okay, many clicks later, I'm going to share my browser. I'm just checking that you can all see the library homepage.
Yes, that's right.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, so first of all, finding the library homepage from any university webpage is really easy. All you have to do is go into your top right-hand corner and click on the hamburger, and then come across and click on the library link. And here's our library homepage. And then we scroll down, and to find the Digital Capabilities Guide, first of all, we click on the Learn icon. And then we come down and we click on the link to Getting Started. So you can either click on the link in the middle column here, or you can come over to the sidebar on the left-hand side and click on the link there. It will take you to exactly the same page. Eventually, there we go. Okay, now on our Getting Started page, we come down into our accordion and we click on Online and Off-Campus Support. And then it's the third link under that tab. So it is a little bit tricky to find. I'm happy to take you back through that if that was a bit too quick. But in the meantime, here is our landing page. Okay, so you'll see that this gives you a very brief introduction into what is in the guide. It links out to our digital capabilities framework at the University of Newcastle, and it's also got a little tool that you can use to assess your digital confidence. Now, just to proviso, this tool is Irish, so it does link out to resources for upskilling, which are European, they're not Australian. The library is building its own digital confidence assessment tool, but in the meantime, this is another one that you can use. Once you've answered questions about your digital capabilities, it will go through and it will give you this little infographic as to where your strengths and weaknesses are. And then it will link out to resources so that if you think it's necessary and if you have time, you can do some upskilling just so that you can improve your digital capabilities. So all of the digital capabilities are actually listed in our framework. There are 6 of them, and I'll just go through them very briefly. The first one is ICT proficiency and productivity. So that's things like learning how to use a mouse, a keyboard, how to print a document, all of those software and hardware things that are quite everyday, we do them every day. The next capability is digital learning and development. So it's things like using online tools to help you with your learning and your reflection. Digital communication, collaboration and participation. So things like taking part in discussion forums on Canvas, sending emails to your lecturer or your tutor, things like that. Digital creation, innovation and problem solving, which sounds a bit daunting, but it could be as simple as creating a PowerPoint presentation for an assessment or creating an Excel spreadsheet to manage some data. The next capability is information, data and media literacies, which is covered by the library. And finally, we have digital identity and wellbeing, which is staying safe and healthy online and ensuring that others can do the same. So if we come back up and have a look at these top tabs, you can see that they actually align roughly with the digital capabilities that I've just listed. So things like preparing for uni, using Canvas and other online systems. I'll just click on the Canvas page. These pages kind of align with ICT proficiency and productivity. They are all based on linking out to information that can help you upskill in using the university systems effectively. So things like your student email, Canvas as this page goes through, and the other online systems like MyUON. Then if we come across to communicate, collaborate and store, that obviously aligns with digital communication and collaboration. So it links out to official video tutorials from Microsoft on how to use your Office 365 applications. We've also got information for you on how to use Microsoft Teams for group work. So you can actually upload documents into Microsoft Teams and you can work on them together, whether that's all at the same time or if you're going in at different times to add comments for each other. We've got some information on how to use Zoom. We've also got things here on where you can store your files and information. So for students, that's OneDrive, and it's all stored in the cloud and it's supplied to you for free. So you don't have to pay for storing all of your documents and assessments and presentations and things. And finally, we've got our beautiful John Fischetti talking about good tips for studying from home. Then we've got creating documents and presentations. And again, you'll see that it links out to tutorials on how to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint through Office 365. You might be noticing that there's a little bit of overlap between these capabilities, and that's the nature of digital capabilities. There will always be some overlap. So if you think that you're getting the same information from one page as you are on another, that's quite likely. It's just that we're trying to provide you with lots of access points so that if you want to know something and you go to one page, you'll be able to find it. Okay, we've also got information on how to use OneDrive to store your files. Again, you could get that from your Communicate, Collaborate and Store page. And we've also got some information for staff there as well. All right, so if we come to our library page, this is the library on a page at a glance, and you'll see that you can learn all about the basics of the library. You can come through and these are all the different services that we offer. We've got a great big asking for help sidebar, and we've got requesting items that aren't available at the University of Newcastle. And we've also got our beautiful chat. So if you are needing help, you can just click here into the typing bar and type your question and you'll be answered almost straight away by a real live breathing library person so they can help you with things. Starting an assignment, so that also fits in with digital creation and problem solving. So it links out to our study and library skills page. It links out to our tutorials on finding and evaluating information and also referencing. It links out to the academic support page as well. So you've got all of these different options and we've got some information here on Turnitin as well. Then we've got staying safe and well online. So this is all about digital identity and well-being. It's keeping yourself safe, specific information for students and staff, and also, information for everyone in your community. And we've also got a little box here about dealing with dis and misinformation, which is quite important. Okay, and now we finally come to LinkedIn Learning. All right, so this page just basically tells you what LinkedIn Learning is. We've got a video on how to use LinkedIn Learning. One thing that I do have to emphasize is that you do not need a LinkedIn profile to access LinkedIn Learning for free. All you need is a University of Newcastle email address. Okay, so if you do try to log in and it asks you to start a free trial or something like that, that's not the option that you want. You want to log in with your student or staff university email and you will get free access. Okay, so we've got some information here about accessing and logging in. Then we've got some information on where to find help. We've also got some steps there for staff if they want to embed a LinkedIn Learning video into Canvas. And we've got some tips on how to find and save content, but I can take you through that right now as well. Okay, so for students, the easiest way to log into LinkedIn Learning is actually from my UON. So you'll see I've got the student interface here. You just need to scroll down to underneath software and tools and slide your little bar across here and you'll see your LinkedIn Learning tile. So if we click on that, now when you first access LinkedIn Learning, it will ask you to choose some skills that you're interested in. And then you'll see when we come to our homepage, it has these top picks. It does the streaming services thing where it looks at the skills that you've said you're interested in. It also looks at all of the content that you save or watch, and it puts all those into a little algorithm and it says, right, okay, this person is interested in blip, blip, blip. And then when the content is updated every week, it will go through and it will choose what it thinks you'll be interested in that week. So just coming back up the top, we've got our banner at the top of your homepage that basically updates every week with new and exciting content. Some content is more exciting than others, I do have to say. You'll also notice at the top here that we've got our ways of searching. So you can click on browse or you can use your search bar. We've got your home icon, so we're on the home page at the moment. You've got your My Learning, which I will take you through. You've got your notifications, and you can see that I never read my notifications, so it's got a great big 12. And then it's got your Me menu. But I'll just show you how to find content. One of the ways you can do it, if you're not quite sure what you're looking for, you can click on Browse, and it will take you to a page that lists all of the different categories that LinkedIn Learning has created. You can see the main ones here are business, creative, and technology. We've also got content that's been uploaded by lecturers at the University of Newcastle. So if you're studying in the School of Creative Industries, for example, you'll find a lot of content under this University of Newcastle icon. But say you're interested in things like podcasting or editing photos or video, creative topics will actually take you through those, and you can go through and just look at all of the different little sections under the topics here. I actually find it easier to use the search bar. It might be because I'm so used to using library search. But if you click on your search bar, you don't have to be on the home page. You can do it from any page that it's available. And you can see here that I have been looking at improving my presentation skills. You can type in things like using Word or using Excel or podcasting. If you just start typing the words, often it will come up with some suggestions for you. It's really helpful. Okay, so let's say that I want to improve my presentation skills. So I can click on my search here and it will come up with more than 3,000 results. So that's a bit too many. So what you can do is you can actually filter out by type. So you can choose, let's say we want to have a look at just courses. So we click on that and we show our results, which will take it down a bit. 972, that's a bit more manageable. Content by, now that's usually when LinkedIn Learning has brought in other third-party partners. And at the moment, University of Newcastle doesn't do that. So all of our content is by LinkedIn Learning and you don't have to use this filter. Time to complete. So let's say that you've only got maybe an hour tops to watch a course. So we'll just say 30 to 60 minutes and show results. So we're getting down there. It's under 300 now. And then we'll say level. Let's say we want to look for intermediate level and we show our results. Okay, and we're down to 135. So that's just using your filters to make sure that you're getting content that's relevant for you. And straight away here, you can see that we've got 8 easy ways to make your presentation stand out, which sounds awesome. Okay, and you can see that it is current. It was uploaded in November 2020. That's the great thing about LinkedIn Learning. Content is constantly being uploaded. I think it's 600 new courses every week. As new technologies and new techniques come in, the older courses are archived and the new courses come in. All right, so let's say that this one sounds really interesting. Now, there are 2 ways you can look at it. One of them is you can just save it straight away. If you think it's immediately relevant, you don't have time to look at it right now. You can just click on your save button here, or you can click on the link itself and then quickly hit pause so that it doesn't blast you out of your seat with the sound. Okay, and here you are in your course. You'll see that on the left-hand side here, you've got a table of contents. You don't have to work through these in a linear fashion. If you scroll through the content and you find something that, diversity and inclusion really interests you and you want to watch that one first, all you have to do is click on that link and it will take you straight to that video. Now on this page, you'll also see that you have an overview of the course. So you can see it's 36 minutes long, it's at the intermediate level, and it's got your release date. It's also got details of the instructor. You can go to Q&A. I love this function. You can actually type your question into this little bar here, and once you hit your ask button, that will go out to everyone else who is interacting with this course, including the instructor. So you can actually get answers from the instructor. And then we've got our notebook. I love this one as well. If something surprises you or you think, I've got to remember that, you can type your note in here. And once you press enter, that is saved into a little notebook, which you can also download as a PDF. If you go back later and you're reading through and you think, I have no idea why I wrote that. If you click on that note, it will take you to the exact point in the course where you wrote that note and it will give you back that context. That's just amazing. And finally, if we click on transcript, this is an interactive transcript. So you can see if I click on this little part of the sentence, it will take me to that exact point in the video where the instructor is talking about this topic. Okay. Now, also up here, you'll be able to see, if I can just move my Zoom thing out of the way, you've got a little save icon here. So that's another way of saving your content if you're really interested in it. You can share it with people. There are all sorts of things you can do with it. So let's go back to our home page. Let's say that I have saved that content because I think it's so wonderful. Where did it go? How do I find it again? All right, so on the home page, you'll notice that you've got your in progress section here. So that's all of the learning that you're progressing through at the moment. And you've got your saved content over here. Now, it will show you the most recent that you've saved. You can click on it here to see all of your saved content. Another way to find it is to click on your My Learning menu. Okay, and this gives you a bit more detail. So again, it shows you what's in progress. It shows you all of your saved content. You can also create collections around topics if you wish and put your different videos and things that you found into those collections and keep them all in one spot. That's just another way of keeping yourself organized. Okay, so this is where if you find a course or a video that you're interested in and you've saved it, this is where it ends up. Okay, now also on this page, you can see that you can create a weekly goal for yourself. I've set mine for 15 minutes at the moment because that's about all the time I have. But if you hit edit, you can see that it will take you up to 2 hours of learning every week. And when you reach your learning goal, it gets really excited and it gives you little congratulations messages. It's all very cute. Okay, so we've found out how to find content, we've found out how to save it, how to find it once you've saved it, how to set your learning time per week. One of the other things you can do is you can actually keep up to date with what you've learned. So if you click on your Learning History tab, that will show you all of the courses that you've completed. And then if you want to chase your certificate, because every time you finish a course, you get a certificate, you can click on that link, quickly hit pause, Okay, and then you'll see there's this little section called certificates. And if we hit show all, now normally it will only be a LinkedIn Learning certificate. You won't have any third-party certificates in there. So we just click on this one. And then we've got options on how we want to save that certification. So if you wish, you can create a certificate link. And then if you have a LinkedIn profile, you can actually share that certificate onto your LinkedIn profile. And you have the option of either making it public, which makes it into a post, or you can keep it private just for yourself. It goes into the certification section on your LinkedIn profile, and it just keeps track of everything there. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, don't panic. You can also download the PDF of your certificate. Keep it on your computer in a folder, keep all of your certificates together, and that way when you're filling out a CV or a resume, they're all there and you can go straight to them. It's very, very handy. Okay, so I've taken you through LinkedIn Learning. I've taken you through the library guide. I'm very happy to take questions now if anyone has questions.
There's no questions, but I think Beth's having a great time and learning a lot.
Excellent. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to say, jump in, have an explore. You're not going to break anything. If you do think you've broken something, contact the library and ask for help. I'm very, very happy to be contacted if you need some help with accessing or logging into LinkedIn Learning, finding content, things like that. And yes, ask the library for help with anything else. That's what we're here for.
Beth did mention the subject guides and any hints on using them.
The subject resource guides. Let's have a look.
Yes.
So these have recently been revamped. So if we come into our subject resource guides, now I think there were like 70 guides, and we've managed to reduce them down so that they're a lot more efficient and effective now. So all you have to do once you've clicked on your subject resource guides link is scroll down through and find the subject that relates to you. Beth, I don't know what you're studying.
Science with maths and stats.
Oh, I'm sorry, that sounds really hard. But let's go into mathematics and physical sciences, say. Okay. And then you basically have your list of the most relevant databases. You've also, in the right-hand side sidebar here, you've got dictionaries and encyclopedias. You've got links out to your subject librarians and all of the professional associations as well. We've got a special tab for physics. And again, you've got the dictionaries and encyclopedias, the list of relevant databases, list of relevant web resources. And then we've got your help page, and it will just basically give you links out to library search, how to find resources that we don't have at the moment. You've got your chat here again that you can type into and get help straight away. And we've got our other library resources here as well. Does that answer Beth's question?
Yep, all good. Thank you.
Wonderful. That's basically it from me, Ben.
All righty, we can leave it there.
I shall stop sharing.
No worries.
Well, thank you everybody for coming. I had a wonderful time talking to you. I hope I didn't make your ears bleed. But yes.
Just a sec. Beth has come back with sometimes I have trouble showing articles from journals.
Right.
Do you mean like finding the articles that are supposed to be online? That could be a bib record versus the actual full text being available online, do you reckon, Ruth?
that might be, and like Jenny just said in the chat, that could be a book a librarian question, Beth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you can find the link on the library pages to book a librarian, and you can either come in person or talk to us online.
Let me just
and
pop
we'll
it in
give
the
you-
chat.
Thanks, Ben. And then we give you half an hour of our undivided attention.
There you go.
Awesome.
Perfect. We'll leave it there then. Thanks,
Okay.
Ruth.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.